have unprecedentedly grown to a certain level, so I think I'm in a good position to talk about this. I know what I'm doing at my job for the most part. Most times. Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Amanda. The name of my channel is Calling. In this video, I'm going to be talking about, basically it's my advice to young lawyers, people that are just starting out their career. Also, if this is your first time to my YouTube channel, please subscribe, like my content, comment. I'm going to be giving advice. If you have any other advice, honestly, that you want, that you have and you can share with these guys, please just put it in the comment section. Let me start with my background. I'm a lawyer. I went to, for people that don't know, or if this is your first time seeing me, hopefully I like having new people on my YouTube channel. So I went to the University of Nigeria, probably known as UNN Nsukka, but law was in Enugu campus, so we call it UNEC. I graduated in 2017. Then I went to the law school that same year, November 2017, and I finished law school. I was called to the Nigerian bar in November 2018, and I resumed at my first place of employment in January 2019. I think second, third, thereabout. So since then, I've been practicing law. I was from that January, which was also my NYSC period, January to September, I was in a leading commercial law firm, but which is known mostly for disputes, and they do disputes very well. Then in October, I moved to a different law firm, which is where I currently work. Basically, it's a one business law firm. I do lendings. Let's just say I'm a business lawyer. I do finance, capital markets, some M&A, private equity. So yeah, so the motivation for this video, I was on Twitter one day, and I saw there was this thread going around like, oh, if you have any advice for people just starting out their careers, please share. And I decided, you know what, I also have something to say about this topic. I mean, I know what I'm doing at my job for the most part. Most times. Anyways, please, I have 4 years of work experience and counting. I'm currently mid-level associate. I have unprecedentedly, along with some of my colleagues, grown to a certain level. So I think I'm in a good position to I'm in a good position to talk about this. And I just wanted to share from my own experience, and hopefully it helps somebody, and it will help somebody. I just hope you come across it. I hope your friend that sees this video thinks about you and shares it with you. So yeah, that's basically it. And I'm making this a series. I had said this in my 2023 goals video, but it's going to be a series. It's not scheduled. I'm not going to be every other week or once in a month, but occasionally when I get people, I have a lot of lawyers in my circle, lawyers that are in-house, lawyers that are in law firms, lawyers that I've left law doing other things. There's just a lot of things, just so that you will know the options that are available to you, what you can do. You see, I mean, there are representations everywhere. I'm sure you have, but I just also want to contribute to it. So yeah, it's going to be a series. I'm even going to, if possible, bring other people, maybe guys in finance, people in tech. One of my friends is currently in Dubai. I do go, some of you that know her. Maybe we left law school. She never worked in a law firm. Maybe after law school, she went straight into tax, transfer, pricing, advisory, all those type of things. So just a lot of options with your law degree. You can do a lot, and as far as within my own confines and things that I can relate to, I would just like to put that information out there, maybe also when I feel okay, I've done enough. But yeah, this is going to be the first of many other videos that I'm going to make like this. I also have a friend that is currently in works as a trustee. Yeah, so basically just starting out your career. I know that in my office, lots of them resumed this January. I've been on leave, so I've not met them physically yet, but yeah, when I go into the office next week, I hope to meet all of them. Something that's going to make you stand out. Let's not even do stand out, let's just do so that you do your job well. You're not that person that's never does their job right. I'm just going to say the first thing is effort. I think effort is really important because you're coming as a new lawyer, right? As that's what you've been taught in uni and what you've learned in the law school. I went to Kano campus, by the way. I just like to put that out there. I really liked my campus while I was there. So if you're from Kano campus, just say hi in the comment section. And maybe you've done internship, you pick something here and there, but especially people that don't do, even for dispute resolution, for litigation, there's still a lot things that you were taught in school. Depending on the state you're practicing, they may not even be exactly like that. Things are different, you know. And then more so if you even transition from like you're now doing a practice area that you weren't taught in school, like you're now interested in like finance or, you know, tech or capital markets or M&A, or there's just so many practice groups, or tax, you know, and this is not something that you were doing practically before. I think what is important is effort. Nobody at that stage expects you to know everything. I think what will distinguish you, I'm sure that like you're putting in effort. So when they give you a document, someone that puts in effort is different from someone that doesn't put in effort. Someone that is given a document to, let's say, draft, given a template, go draft this document. A lot of things are just seeming very new to you. Maybe you were not like some law firms. There's no a lot of times you learn on the job, right? So just explain to you, go and sort it out. There is always a difference, in my opinion, between someone that puts in effort and someone that doesn't put in effort. Because it can be overwhelmed, just be like, I don't understand anything here, but try your best. Even if the technical part, make sure you do that document properly. You also don't know anything about the content of the document, that you're now having errors, typographical errors, things are out of place, everything is just scattered. Just put in effort. Just do something, put your head down, try your best, come out with the best that you can possibly do. Don't just because, oh, I don't know this, you now just do whatever. Just do, oh, whatever, just send it, whatever, they'll figure it out. When I start practicing at my current law firm, they did this program for us, like a couple of law firms. I remember them saying that always prepare the draft as if from you is going to go to the client. I mean, we know that technically it's very unlikely that a first year associate will prepare something that needs to go directly out, but do it that way so that whatever you're sending, it's like the best you could with the information available to you, the information that you went out for. That's the best you could produce at that point in time. Effort is really important. Now, the second thing I'm going to say is ask questions. Asking questions is very important. I know that it depends on where you're working, right? Things may be different. You're just new, like me. Oh my god, especially my current office, when I started, although like one of my closest friends is in this office, I had people, you know, aside my set, it just generally takes me a while. Now I'm like so loud in my office, I'll be doing the most, like I'm even recording beats for my YouTube channel. Never, that could never have been me. So it actually takes me a while at times to warm up to an environment, because I'm just so, I don't know. So you may not feel very comfortable with asking questions, but you can even start off from asking your own people that just came in with you. They may have also worked on something similar or done a research for someone on something similar. Just ask questions, and then also look for that person that you think, okay, this person is, I can ask this person a question. Like, you know, just, I know that I don't want to just be like, go. I understand that it can at times be overwhelming and you just don't really know where to start, but just start somewhere. Look for that person that seems like a more friendly space, even if they are not really advising or they don't do the type of work that you do. Maybe they know someone to direct you to. Of course, it's better to ask someone in your own practice area, do that. But I'm just saying that it feels like, maybe everyone just seems so scary and big, I can't talk to anyone. Hopefully that's not my office. I don't think so. I think our work environment seems to be very open and free. With most people, you can ask, people are willing to ask your questions. Even the partners, you can just walk in there. Honestly, if you're in my office, honestly, as a first year person, you can go into a partner's office and ask a question. Nobody's going to beat you. It's open door policy. So, but if you don't have that privilege, or everything just seems so big, or you're not ready for it, ask people around. Just ask questions, okay? It's better to ask questions and have better clarity than to just go and do whatever you want to do, and you come out, because most of the time, this is our work, a lot of things are time-based. So the time between, maybe you're given 1 day to prepare the draft, the person actually needs to review maybe before it goes to the partner. So if you're already delaying from your end, it's already affecting everything, and it's also affecting the timeline that they've given to the clients, the outside clients. So it's just really important that ask questions, be clear. And I know that there's a tendency, a fear that, if I ask a certain question, I may look stupid. Yeah, there is that part, but that's low-key fine. That's not a problem. Just really ask. All I'm going to say is that make sure you've tried to understand it. You've tried to understand what's going on, and maybe you don't understand it before you go and ask a question. You can ask a question on the spot. And so my point is, of course, wisdom is profitable to direct. Maybe, for example, the person has been talking a lot. Maybe they did all first time, what do they call it? Or like a first meeting for the transaction or whatever, they explained everything. Maybe you received the call and you missed out what they were saying. So maybe before you go and ask the partner that was speaking, because it's like you were not listening to me, you could ask somebody else that was there, right? One thing I'm going to say is that figure out what the standard for your law firm, the work, your culture, the way you do certain things, and learn them quite fast. These are not big things. It may just be how you send emails, how you send your own emails, what's the formatting in your law firm. Are you a block form, or are you, I mean, they'll have to, most times when you start, they do like the training in law firms and take you through all these processes. But let's say peradventure you don't, or they don't tell you everything. Just be quick to learn, like, as much as you can. Do you format, or do you do indented? Do you get, is there a way your emails look like? Is there a way your documents look like? The letters you send out, is there a particular formatting? What's your font? So just learn this thing. At the beginning, maybe you used to use Times New Roman. Before you come here, and maybe they're using Book Antiqua, or they're using Calibri. These are just fonts, by the way, and it's different. So you cannot be preparing stuff in your own font, and that's not just the way your firm operates, right? So you're going to want to adopt the practicalities and how you do things in your own firm. So yeah, next thing I'm going to say is related to my first point, which was on effort, but in this, I'm just going to say be more solution driven. At times, right, maybe when they give you a research to do, maybe if you're doing litigation, go and find out this case. Maybe the cases there are really sparse. Maybe there is no authority on that particular thing yet. So it's like, it's easy to just come back and say, well, I've checked, I didn't see anything. That's fine and good. But how about you say, although I didn't see this particular thing, I saw this, and can we use this to achieve the result we want to achieve? So these are like two different people, to just show that, okay, you went the extra mile, you've taken this work personally, feel like you're part of it. You're not just saying, oh, I'm leaving it for them to deal with. These are two different people. And of course, someone that does the latter most likely, stand out, will most likely be doing their job better than someone that will just be like, whatever. I mean, this is for people that care. Some people just don't care about this stuff, like, whatever, I'm just going to do minimal effort, that's fine. But me, to be honest, I've never in a workplace, thankfully, I've never felt like I needed to do all this, what do they call it? I needed to do, to fight, to compete, to do all this. Plus, my work environment, I don't even think it supports that. Like, I mean, of course, there's some things where I've had to put my foot down, but what I'm just trying to say is that I've not had to do the most to be recognized. So all I've done, to me, for the most part, is just try to do my job well, just try to put in effort and do my job. So most times, just doing what you need to do, that's what will count. So this is basically just telling you how to do your job, if you're just starting out as a lawyer, and of course maybe 1 or 2 steps ahead, just to get the recognition that you deserve, and so you can also learn. Because at the end of the day, as much as, okay, it's good to be recognized, you also, because over time you're supposed to be gathering experience really matters in our profession. You don't want to be that it doesn't seem like you're learning as much as you should, or things that you should know at this you don't know. I mean, we learn every day, but my point is, when you apply yourself, you do certain things. Like if they give you that document, you actually read it, to actually review it. I do like, oh, what's this term? I see this term. What does this mean? What does tax gross sub mean? I've not come across this before. You could ask some. You could go do a quick search. Okay, if you need more explanation, you ask somebody. Or what's forward sale? Just this type of things. Just see new terms and you go and ask for clarity. This is how you just grow and you do better and you learn better. Yeah, you gather experience. So yeah, that's basically it. So be solution driven. The next thing I'm going to say is that you are not going to like every part of the job. it's likely that you will not like every part of the job, or you want to do every part of the job, and that is okay. That is okay, but it is part of the job and it needs to be done. So especially as you're just starting out, it is difficult to get out of doing these things without looking like you're not doing your job properly. These things may seem very little, I don't want to do them, but when it is now obvious that it has not been done, the result, like the outcome of it now just seems much more, like it just seems much more worse than if you had just done the job, if you had just done that thing. Like for example, let me say, maybe you don't like being the person that goes to, you want to only go to the high court, you don't want to go to the magistrate court, or you don't want to go to customary court, but those are part of your clientele, those are briefs you're handling and they need to be done. Or you don't like being the person that will do certain administrative things, quote and unquote, they're not really the job of a lawyer, like printing documents physically and putting them in a file, but it needs to be done. And at the end of the day, it may seem little, but when at some point you're looking for a document needs to be provided, you just simply with ease, go and pull out the document from the file because you printed it. But let's say they cannot now find the document everywhere. It's now somebody like, oh my god, it's because I didn't want to print a document. Now I just looked weird out there. It just did not look right. It just did not feel right. And now it's like, you get. So it may not really like it, but it's part of the job. It's not criminal. There are certain things that we all don't like, but this is a job, so you need to do it. Okay? Yeah. All these things, to be honest, I also have tried to apply them, because you're human beings, right? Time to get exhausted, you don't feel like putting in the extra effort that day, like, I'm going to do the bare minimum today. It can happen, it's not out of the ordinary, but let's try as much as possible for it not to happen, and let it not be what is happening all the time, okay? Let it never happen. Just try not to, as much as you can. Next thing I'm going to say is that this is something that I'm also learning for myself, including all the other points. I'm still trying to apply them, but I'm going to say, understand that not every day is going to be a good day at work. Some days may be bad days at work, and that is okay. This is coming from someone that I hate when something does not go the way it's supposed to go. Like when maybe there's a mistake, all this slight, I don't like it, but things happen. Try as much as possible before you send out that document, look at it very well. Make sure you're attaching the correct document. Don't go and send a different document. Make sure you're attaching the most recent version of the document. Make sure you're not attaching the red line version of the document. Confirm before you send out that email. Read it before you send that opinion to the partner. Is this the correct thing? Have I answered the question? Do all that you can. But what does this say in the Bible? After you have done all to stand, stand daring. Just continue standing. In peradventure, you've done all that you needed to do, but something just did not still go right. Maybe, so maybe somebody's mad at you in the office, or it was obvious that I OP today, OP. I didn't like this thing did not go, like mess up. Mess up. In those kind of situations, just tell yourself that it has happened. What is the lesson I can take from this? Pick up the lesson, dust yourself up, and come back again. You will not resign because you did a mistake. Okay? You will not, if you will resign. But not everybody has that luxury. So just don't wallow in it for too long. Just pick yourself back up and know what I need to do better for next time. So next time, okay, maybe I need to read that email more than once. Maybe next time I need to see who I'm copying in the email. Like, I'm not sending something that's supposed to be internal, external. A lot of things can happen. So just pick up the lesson. These are all I have for now. Like I said, this is a series. If there's anything I feel I need to share, I'm going to share. But all of these things and more that you may have gotten from other sources, I think what it does, especially when you're just starting out in your career, at least for me, because I'm in a position where I now supervise people, I look at other people's work as well before it goes out. I think for me personally, it's that it gives you the benefit of doubt. I know over time, I know what I can expect from each person. I know who is going to put in more effort to get it done right. I know someone that is maybe more nonchalant, don't care, whatever. I have bigger things to do, so I'm just going to send Amanda whatever I want to send. So maybe when I get something good, I'm more surprised than when I get something not in the best shape. So I sort of know what I need to expect from everybody. So when someone that is always putting in effort, I will notice that. So they did that. They give me something that is not right. So in as much as I'm not happy that you've not given me something that I needed to get, I'm more concerned about, is everything okay with, I don't know, is everything okay with Emeka? Is he having troubles at home? And where is he living? How is his commute like? Is it very far? Do you get? At least that's the way my own brain works. So I'm like, this is out of character for Emeka. No. Emeka will not give me a document like this. No. Emeka does better. So it's not, do you get? So it's only when maybe but when it's now, that's now like your own persona. Like every time I give you something, I'm not expecting something good. That is for me. It gives you benefit of that. I just wanted to add also that, this is, you're just starting out your career. Some people have gotten into the tier 1 law firms, the best litigation law firm. They've gotten all these amazing offers, and you feel like you've not gotten what you wanted. But at the same time, right, especially if you're interested in your career, you can't now just be jobless. So I'm just going to say that just understand that we all have different understand, like some of you in secondary school was your birthright to always come first. Every time you come first in class, every time you come first. But as life progresses, you will see that whether good or bad, none of them are your birthright. It's very possible for chances, like your luck, quote and unquote, to change in an instant. It's possible for it to be a little bit slower than other people's zone. Just do what you can. Start from where you can. If your goal is that, okay, I want to get into ABC law firm, I really like this law firm, but maybe the way my grades came out, or the way my interview came out, or just the way things happened, I couldn't get there. Just start from somewhere. You can always move. You can always keep aiming for higher. You can keep bettering yourself. Or it could just be that maybe the path you were so strong upon, like, oh, this is what I want to do. You do something else and you say that, oh wow, this is not so bad. Because most of us, we just fell into, most times you don't even actively determine the things you end up doing. For example, I left a core litigation law firm because I wanted to experience other practice areas. I wanted to do other things, but my current practice was because the person that I was in their cubicle, that's what she was doing at the time. So of course, I'm the new lawyer, she'll share that work with me, and it just happens that I've grown in it. I've gone also tried other practice areas, and this is the one I like more. This is the one I've developed more expertise in. I like it, so you continue doing it. So my point is, you may even go and start doing something else and you'll be like, oh wow, I actually really like this as well. Because at the end of the day, in as much as you're getting you need to be intentional about your job, you need to do all that you need to do. There's also a part that if you're a person of faith, it's still God directing our path. There's still some things that it's time and chance. So all you should do as a person is that per time, you're just doing better, learning better, doing the best you can, and keep an open mind. Just because you did not get what you wanted this first time around means, oh my God, it's over for you. It's not. There's so many possibilities out there. There's so many things to not to sound so cliche, but don't give up, okay? Just keep at it. Now, the other thing I'm also going to say is, when you start in this type of scenarios, like I said, you may just be like, oh my God. So there are two different types of people that are very confident, you know what, I got this, and there's other people that are like, oh my God, I don't seem to know anything. I think you should give yourself grace. You're just starting out. Just let it be evident that you're eager to learn, you're eager to do better. At times you may not always be eager because you're tired, but have a posture that I want to learn, I want to do better, I care about my job, I care about my growth in this place. For example, when I started practicing in January 2019, I don't know if I'm the only one, but I didn't know that you could, like, you know, track changes. If you don't know that too, now don't worry, you figure it out. But like when somebody writes a document, that person wants to make changes to the document, so tracking changes, that people will see the changes you made. I didn't really know that. I think it was my first or second day that somebody was like, oh, track the change, like, oh, track it, let me, or something like that. I was like, oh. Or I think when they gave me back a document or something, I had to go and quickly Google it, and that's how I knew it. So a lot of practical things on the job, you know, how to respond to each person, how to, you know, manage yourself. You know, there's this thing they teach you at when you do this type of programs, how to manage under and above. There's a way you can manage your bosses, you can manage your clients, those type of things. Those are things that you learn on the job. So just be open-minded, be like, you know what, I'm here to learn. I'm going to learn as much as I can. And if there's something that you think, oh my god, this is so obvious, I also have known this already, maybe not. And now that you did not know it before, now you're not going to kill yourself. No. So what you're just going to do is, you know, position yourself to learn it. So I think that's all I have for this video. I hope you find it very useful. Please share your comments. If I want to say, if you have further questions, you can put them in the comment section, and I will answer them. Don't be afraid, just put out your questions there. I'll try as much as possible to answer the ones that I know, or if something where I need to make another video with somebody else that has more resources and knowledge on that particular point, I'm going to try to do it. Okay, so I hope this was useful. This is the Ace Column Career Series episode 1, and enjoy. Please like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends, share with people that need it, because this is about information and it's about reaching the people that it needs to reach out to. Maybe also you need a refresher, you know, just need to hear me talking about career, being a career bee. That's fine, but please, I'll really appreciate it if you share it with people that will find it valuable. And please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Tell them to also subscribe to my YouTube channel, because like I said, this is a series and there'll be more information on this. Okay, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in my next video, guys. Bye.